And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of AetherX Livestream. It's good to be with all of you here today for New Year's Eve, the final day of 2023. And looking back on 2023, because we did start AetherX back in January of 2023, it has been a really wild year. Had some good ups and had some intense downs, but I'd say they've mostly been up. Really had to kind of discipline myself throughout this whole year because this is something I've never really done before pertaining to creating such a very big metaphysical online store, which I'm not really used to. Like I would do that stuff with New Earth teachings. And I had a couple of things that I was working with, like the healing code cards and so forth. But taking this to the next level has certainly been a very enlightening and educational experience for me. So I've been very, very grateful for everything that this 2023 year has taught me about working with AetherX, and my goal is really just to keep making AetherX bigger and better. And I really could not be happy enough, more than happy enough, than to have the people that are with me who are supporting AetherX, who have been supporting AetherX from day number one. It has really, really helped me to, again, look into what this company really has potentially, and just doing what we can to move into that potential. And I want to thank all of you for being here, for being part of AetherX, because we are a community, right? We do offer some amazing products. But as I've always said, AetherX is an addition to your healing journey. When you're looking at all of these products here, right here's the new eye mask, right here's the Orgonite Source Necklace. I'm going to be giving away 2 of these today as well too. But when you look at all of these products here, these products are always an addition to your healing journey. They're never to replace anything, right? We're not replacing your health professional, your health practitioner, or anything of that nature. This is something that works along you as you continue to heal yourself, right? There's a lot of things that we can implement together with ourselves. And my goal with AetherX is just trying to give you guys some really good, powerful, and simple items that you can use to help with your healing journey. And I've seen a lot of the feedback of what people have given me in regards to how they're healing themselves with AetherX, whether they're using the Taurus bed kit, even if they still have the old Prana bed as well too. If they're using the eyeglasses, if they're using the Source necklaces, the essential oils, here's even the insoles right here as well too. I've really just been amazed, and of course the Source flashlight, I've really just been amazed at how well this technology has been helping so many people, and it really warms my heart to feel that, and my goal is just to continue to build onto it. And this is why we're going to be talking about AetherX 2.0 today. I'm basically working on getting the blueprint all designed in January, and then effective February 1st, it is going to be rolling out, right? So I'm going to be talking about that here very, very shortly. But first, like I said, today is the promo code New Year's 20% off your order. So this is good till end of day tomorrow. So you can still take advantage of that 20% off through the promo code, again, going to AetherX.co. And again, thank you for being on the AetherX live stream here at youtube.com/@AetherX store. So feel free to take advantage of that promo code. It's good till end of day tomorrow. So with AetherX 2.0, really what is this going to represent? What is the platform that it is going to use? Well, it's going to be a Patreon website, okay? So it's basically looking at AetherX Patreon. So AetherX Patreon is going to be AetherX 2.0. And with that, there's going to be multiple tiers that you'll be able to sign up for. And through those multiple tier settings, you'll have a certain amount of leeway in regards to taking some of the common items that you have in your home and being able to have them imbued with certain coding that you would like, right? So people that are kind of in the lower tiers, they have kind of a little bit more of a limit in regards to what they can do. If you go up into the higher tiers, you have much more expansiveness of what you would like to have imbued in your home. Not only that, like I said, you guys are going to have special discounts as well too. So basically, it can be anywhere from 20 to 35% off of your own particular coupon codes and promo codes when you're going to AetherX to grab any particular item you wish. But really what the AetherX 2.0 here is, we're kind of building much more into services, right? Right now with AetherX, the AetherX website, we have products, right? And when we're going into AetherX 2.0, we're going into services. So that is basically taking your home and being able to completely transmute it and harmonize it into a healing center, right? You're also going to have the opportunity to take advantage of AetherX Feng Shui, which will also be part of AetherX 2.0, right? So like I said, this is where you're basically taking the energies of AetherX Feng Shui, because Brianne, my fiance, is working together with me on this, and then I'll be integrating AetherX technology into your home and helping you transform your home into a powerful healing center, whether that's a one-bedroom apartment or whether that's a beautiful house, right? Either way, it doesn't matter if you have a small space or if you have a very large space, we can work with both. So being able to work with the power of ancient feng shui with its accuracy, and then being able to utilize a lot of the elements of feng shui that helps to heal your home, on top of that, bringing in the AetherX technology is going to make your house absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And it's all about turning your house into a healing center. Like I said, we're not getting into diet, we're not getting into food and nutrition or anything of that nature. That's not an AetherX area, but that's something, again, that you're working with together with AetherX, together with your environment. And I've always said the most important factor is, number one, yes, your personal healing. Number two is your environmental healing. You really want to have those two particular factors. So AetherX will basically have its own brand of feng shui. It's just referred to as AetherX Feng Shui, right? It's working with the Flying Star Feng Shui, but it's incorporating a lot of AetherX technology into it, which we basically have branded it as AetherX Feng Shui. And that will be available to all members of the new AetherX 2.0 Patreon website. So that is going to debut, I'm thinking either between January 31st or February 1st, around there. And then you guys will be able to sign up for that and choose your membership plan that you want, because there's going to be a lot of perks that you guys will be getting each month depending upon the type of tier that you get. So I'm thinking we're going to have about 3 or 4 tiers in the new AetherX 2.0. So I'm still blueprinting it, and it will be ready before the end of January comes. And then I'm going to be debuting that. And so then we'll have products and we'll have services with AetherX all together. So it's going to be really, really exciting. Now, there was a question is, well, Brad, are you going to continue to make more products for AetherX? Yes, right? We're still going to make more products because I still have some really great ideas. Really, when I was creating the Source flashlight, because this is a custom flashlight, this is something that has been custom made, right? But like I said, the codes really are in here in AetherX. But when I started using this flashlight, because I got the product delivered to my home, and I wanted to try out these flashlights right away, so I charged them up. And like I said, I was basically having a bad sprain in one of my middle fingers here on my right side. And just being able to shine the flashlight on it after about 2 minutes and just feeling the pain completely go away, I was astonished. I said, this is it. Light technology, right? Working with spirit light technology. This is going to be fantastic. This is really where I want to take AetherX to the next level, right? And there's going to be more of that, right? There's going to be light technology, there's going to be physical vibration technology, there's going to be sound technology, massage technology, heat technology, right? So we're getting into the electronics field with AetherX, and that's really exciting to me, right? So I want to roll out a lot more products in regards to that, right? So you're basically working with the power of electronics, you're working with the power of light, you're working with the power of sound, you're working with the power of physical vibration, you're working with the power of heat, right? And all of that carries an intensification of the source center vibration and the transcendental codes to bring about a really powerful experience, a really powerful healing experience. And I've had so many good feedback comments from you guys about the source flashlights, right? So that has really warmed my heart as well too. And I'm glad to see that that's working really well with all of you. I'm also working to create the super light, okay? So it's called the AetherX Source Super Light. So that's basically taking this and making it bigger, right? So it's basically like a handheld flashlight. I'm getting a prototype here that should be here in about a week or two. Once I inspect the prototype and everything looks good, then I'll be offering that publicly, okay? So there will be a super light, and that is much more for heavy duty healing, right? For people who've had maybe bad backs, they have really bad chronic conditions, very poor health, working with the super light will be even greater, because it's going to be even bigger than this, and it's going to be even brighter than this, right? The more intense the light, the stronger the source center vibration, and the stronger the transcendental codes that are contained inside that flashlight. So as it gets bigger, it gets better, right? Another product that's in the works right now too is the massage mat, right? So there would be the AetherX Source massage mat that basically has physical vibration and heat properties to it. And the source center vibration and the transcendental codes will be radiating through the intensity of the vibration and radiating through the heat as well too. So that is also very exciting, and that is going to be coming very, very soon as well too. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's a bigger prototype, but I'm working with both of these and letting you guys know the results about how that continues. So I'm really looking forward to these new launches that are coming about. And I know you guys always have suggestions. Like, it was never my intention to make this. I made this because you guys wanted it, okay? I had quite a few of you contact me and say, Brad, can you make like an eye mask? Right? Just a nice face mask where I can go to sleep and my eyes can be healed while I'm falling asleep. I'm like, I never thought of that. So, okay, sure. So that's exactly why this has been brought into being. It's because of you guys, right? I listen to you guys, right? So when you're telling me that you really want to get a new product out there, and I just say, okay, was this something that quite a few of you would like to get? And if I'm getting yeses, right, then I'm okay, great. I will go ahead and give that a try. So we're always looking into new things, right? I've had a couple other suggestions from the Telegram group of AetherX about new products. And just a matter of saying, okay, well, is this something that quite a few of you would like to have? And if I'm getting lots of yeses, then I would definitely look into create. If it's just something one or two people would have, probably not. But if it's something that the group is very interested in getting, then yes, right? So again, it really comes through the majority of the group. If you guys really want something that you feel would be quite beneficial, then I'm more than happy to put it together, because it does take time to put all these things together so that many of you would want to get it. So I'm very, very happy that you guys really enjoyed the eye masks. Okay, the eye masks are just as powerful as the visor sunglasses, right? The clear glasses and the sunglasses. So they work exactly the same exact type of coating is contained in the eye masks as it is with the visor sunglasses. So you're getting the same kind of healing effect as well too. What I've always suggested though is that whether you're having the eye mask or whether you're having the sunglasses, work together with this as well too. Right, work with your Source Orgonite necklace as well too, because that's what I started to wear as I was improving my eyesight as well too. Right, I'd wear the sunglasses and I'd have the Orgonite Source necklace, because this also has the crop circle technology into it as well too. Right, so it's the energetic of a crop circle, like I said, that I went into in the UK last summer. We went to 2 different crop circles, and I was able to retrieve stones. My fiance, I should say, was able to retrieve some stones from the site, and they're a very, very strong crystalline base. And I was able to capture the frequency of the crop circle and put it into the products, right? So we basically have that for the Source Orgonite necklaces. We also have that for the selenite, okay? The selenite also has the crop circle technology as well too within it. And I believe it's, I think also for the pyramid as well too, all right? And of course we have the socks as well. And these are working really, really good. So like I said, if you're preferring the insoles, or if you're preferring the socks, or you can bring them together, they both work beneficially. Now again, with the insoles, when you get them, you'll have that little transparent tape here. This is to protect the triangle. This is to protect the coating. Yeah? The coating's not in this. This is just the shoe size. But there's a little transparent waterproof plastic tape that is attached to each of the insoles. And this will keep the insoles lasting longer, so that you're not getting the fading away, because that was a problem we had when we were first starting to launch these and saying, oh, Brad, my symbol is starting to fade away. It's because of people sweating their feet, right? And it starts to deteriorate the symbol. So I now basically include each and every single one with transparent waterproof tape, and that it's a very, very powerful plastic tape that is contained there, and that will preserve your insoles for quite a long time. Quite a few months, I'd say at least, right? So you'll be in good shape with that. You can always replace the tape if the tape starts to get worn out, but it usually lasts quite a long time. I still have tape on mine, and I've had that for about the past 5 or 6 months. So it's been very, very good. But again, if it does start to peel a little bit, just get some waterproof transparent tape and just put it on there, just to make sure that you're keeping the earthing symbol of the insoles intact. Now, of course, you do not need to worry about that with the socks. The socks already have these imbued. Right? They're very, very strong. They're very durable. So that, again, too, is available. So like I said, we're doing really, really well. I've been very, very happy with how AetherX has been going through 2023, and my goal is just to make it bigger and better and more prominent in 2024 as we start to bring in AetherX 2.0. So with the AetherX website and with 2.0, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful ride. All right. So what I want to get into now is we're going to do a contest. All right, we're going to do a contest, and we're going to be giving away 2 of the Orgonite Source Necklaces to the winners, the first 2 winners, who can answer the simple skill testing question. Are you guys ready? Get ready. I'm not going to put a buzzer on or anything like that, but let's get ready, okay? So here's the skill testing question. So besides the Source Orgonite necklace, there is another Orgonite product. The first 2 people who can name that other Orgonite product will be the 2 winners of a Source Orgonite necklace. So besides the Source Orgonite necklace, what is the other Orgonite product that I have available on the AetherX website? Okay, get ready, get set, go. The first 2 people who answer correctly will be the winners and will receive a free Source Orgonite necklace. Okay, so we got 2 winners already. We got Odile and we got Ardent. Okay, great. Congratulations, you 2. Congratulations to, is it Odile or Odile? I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but Odile and Ardent. Okay, so you 2, Ardent Equity and Odile Menza. Okay, so you 2 are the contest winners. Congratulations. So all you have to do now is just go to just drop me an email. Okay, so go to info@aetherx.co. Okay, that's info at AetherX, AetherX.co. Okay, and just drop me an email with your full name and your address and your phone number. Okay, so just providing your full name, your full address, and your phone number to Odile and to Ardent, and I will send the Source Orgonite necklaces to you this week. All right, thank you and congratulations, you 2. Great job. You guys are on the ball today. That's wonderful to see. Okay, so again, this is the new Orgonite Source necklace. As you can see, we have a new pattern. The last batch we had a spiral. This one basically we have the like the Kabbalah flower of life geometry. So it's really, really beautiful. I love it, and I hope you 2 contest winners will enjoy it. So again, congratulations, great job. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to be going into some Q&A. All right, so if any of you guys have any questions about that, like I said, don't forget about the promo code that is available right now. Also very important too regarding the healing code cards, right? So, or the AetherX card decks, the body deck, the mind deck, the energy deck. They are now available as a bundle. Okay, so you basically get a discount bundle from the card decks, and then you can also add your 20% discount on top of that when you check out. So you'll get them at a very affordable price. I am still working on the Source deck for the new card deck. Okay, it's taking a while because it's a very large deck. There's a lot of art involved, and then there's a lot of codes involved, so it is going to take some time. So some people may say, oh Brad, do you have an ETA on the Source deck? And I've been delayed quite a bit just because there's been so many new rollouts of new products. I'm also working with New Earth Teachings stuff as well too. So between New Earth Teachings and AetherX, a couple other things I've been doing, just moving as well too, because we just moved into this new house in October. We're pretty much all settled in now, but that took quite a bit of time to get things rolling out. Just so many other things that have come up. So as I start to continue to work together with the Source deck, just getting all the art ready, because then there's 88 cards in the Source deck. So it's a very, 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 very big undertaking. And then of course I have to put codes in each of the cards as well too, which is also another big undertaking, so I have to write out all the codes and put it in the cards. So it's probably going to be about a 3 to 6 month journey. Okay, so we're going to see if I can get it ready maybe by spring or summertime of 2024. Okay, I'm going to try and dedicate myself to try and complete a lot more of the cards. So I just haven't been doing that much just because my attention has been on other things, but I'm starting to get a little bit more free time. So I'm going to be working on getting the Source deck ready here very, very soon. So again, probably within the next 3 to 6 months, I'll be getting the Source deck ready. Another thing I would like to do as well too is create an AetherX app, right? So basically having an app where you could access something like the cards, you can access digital healing arrays as well too. You can use it for many different functions. You can use it in that sense for it to radiate the source vibration out to the phone, so that you're helping to work and healing yourself and others who are with you with the phone. So I have a lot of ideas for that as well too. So I'm looking on creating an AetherX app at the same time. That'll probably see if I can roll that out in the summertime of 2024 as well too. So I do want to get an app going, a healing app with a lot of the AetherX technology, and having you guys work with that, having guided meditations on it as well too, having kind of like the videos like you're seeing with the AetherX Infinite account as well too. So we're seeing those healing videos. There'll be meditation videos as well too. So I have a really big plan for the AetherX healing app. So I'll keep you guys in the know about that as the months go by. A lot of stuff. It's just a matter of being able to get the time to get all this stuff going. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead now and move on into Q&A. And so I'm going to go to the chat now. I'm going to start off right at the top, and then I'm going to work my way down. So let's go to Martin. Martin here has a question. Hi, Brad. Would it be something for AetherX to make a Taurus sleeping bed so that we can heal ourselves while traveling? I have never really thought about that. So, Martin, what I would suggest is if you're already a part of the Telegram group, maybe ask people about that. What do you think if Brad was to create a sleeping bag, like a Taurus sleeping bag when you're traveling, and you can take that with you? And if you're getting quite a few people that are saying, hurrah, hurrah, let's do it, then I would certainly consider making something like that happen for you, okay? Now, what we could do is in AetherX 2.0, in the meantime, if you already have a sleeping bag, let's say, for example, you've chosen one of the tiers in the AetherX 2.0, and you have a sleeping bag, I would create a custom-made Taurus bed for you with that sleeping bag, right? That's what we do with the membership, right? So as a member, like I said, you get certain privileges based on the tier that you select, right? So let's say, for example, you select the top tier, and you're able to get a lot of these privileges, right? So basically what I would do is I would say, okay, sure, no problem, Martin. All I would need you to do is just send me 2 pictures of your sleeping bag, the front and the back, right? And then I would work to code the sleeping bag for you, and then you would have your own custom-made Taurus sleeping bag, okay? That's what members would get, okay? So this is what makes it so exciting. If you're a top tier member as well too, and say, oh, Brad, I have my truck outside. I would like to put source vibration codes in the truck. No problem. And then you would be able to choose the custom codes that you would want inside your truck or your car, anything like that. And then you would have a AetherX vehicle, right? So these are the cool things that would come about in doing AetherX 2.0. So that's something that we could make in the meantime, right? You guys would have custom things, because really what I don't want you guys to do is feeling like you need to throw things away because I got the AetherX equivalent of it, right? I have this old eye mask, but now I got the AetherX eye mask, so I need to chuck away this old eye mask. Well, hang on, you may not need to. If you're a top tier member, you would be able to put some custom codes in that old eye mask, right? So these are, again, things where I'm not encouraging guys to throw things away. There's certain things that you value that you have in the home that you want to imbue with AetherX technology. You would be able to do that as a member of AetherX 2.0, right? So that's why I want to hear your feedback for that, guys. Does that sound like a really good idea, right? Does it sound like a good idea for you to be a member of AetherX 2.0 and being able to get these benefits of having your own custom-made Taurus bed out of a sleeping bag, right? Of getting your own custom-made vehicle that has source center vibration covering every square inch of it, right? Does that sound like a good idea, right? So I've heard in the past you guys are really excited about this, and hope you still are very excited about that, right? Bringing AetherX 2.0. But like I said, if there's enough people behind you, Martin, that says, oh yeah, we would love to do that, we'd love to do that, then I will certainly work on making the sleeping bags happen, okay? So I basically would talk to one of my suppliers and get a sleeping bag together, put the logo on it, put the codes in it, make it that kind of custom-made sleeping bag, and we would certainly do that. So that would not be a problem, just as long as other people are behind you in that way, right? I just need to hear your guys' voices saying yes, right? 10, 20, 50, 100 people, etc. would love to do a sleeping bag. Great. Then I'll get ready. I'll get it ready, and we'll put it on the drawing board, and we'll get it prepared. So, but in the meantime, you can get your own custom-made sleeping bag just from a simple sleeping bag that you have around your house, taking pictures of it, and then me putting codes in it, and then giving you instructions about how to work with it. Right? Very, very simple. So it's a good idea. Yes, I think it's great. So again, as long as other people are behind you with that, I think that's something that we could definitely do. All right. So good suggestion. Thank you, Martin. Okay, let's go down the list. And hello, everybody. Happy New Year's from wherever you are in the world. This is why I always say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because I don't know what your time zone is, but I'm happy that you're joining me nonetheless. Okay. So Carol Ann says, "Hi, Brad. I can't wait for the healing mat." So that's the massage mat that's coming, right? It's quite a large object. It's kind of like, if you guys are familiar with like the PEMF mats, it's kind of about that size. So it's a full body mat, and you have a little remote control with it as well too. And you'll be able to put the levels of vibration and the levels of heat as well too with it. So it's going to be very exciting. Like I said, I'm getting a prototype just to see how it is, and if there's any bugs in it, then I basically let them know. And then we perfect it, and then we roll it out, right? Same goes with the super light as well too, which is coming. I'm thinking of also getting a like a massage gun, right? So having an AetherX massage gun as well too that radiates the source vibration as you work with physical vibration as well too. So that's also being looked at as well too. It's just a matter of finding a good supplier that can do it. Okay, let's go down the list here a bit more. This one here is from EIPITR. Hi Brad, can you have a few of the digital source cards available too in 2024? The digital source cards. Do you mean from the source deck? Well, if it's about the source deck, not yet, right? Because I'm still working on. I don't even put any codes in the cards yet. Right now, I'm really just kind of proofing the art, getting the art done. Even when I get all 88 cards done with art, I still have to go through each card. I want to make sure it just works really, really good. I want to make sure that the color is good, the graphics are good with it, everything. So it's going to take a while if you're referring to the source deck, okay? But if you're referring to the energy deck and the mind deck and the body deck, well, there's already digital editions for that, right? So you can get the digital editions for the body, the mind, and the energy decks. And if you go into the free samples page, you'll find a few free sample cards there as well too, like the immune enhancer is one of them, vitality enhancer is another one, right? So you can work with just printing out those cards. They're in PDF, and then you just put it in your printer and you just print it out. What I would suggest is either using photo paper or using cardstock, okay, when you're printing out these samples, okay, the free samples. And that, again, just the good quality of the paper really does make a difference when you're working with the codes, okay? Some people just want to put it on plain office paper. You can, but it's just not going to give that strong potency, right? There's a lot more potency when it comes to photos and when it comes to cardstock, right? So that's what I would suggest working with. But source deck is still going to be a while yet. So again, probably 3 to 6 months. It takes a lot of time. It's bigger than any other deck I've done. It's like taking 2 card decks and putting them together. So just one card deck in that sense usually takes on average about 3.5 months to complete. And this is twice the size, right? So 6 months is a pretty good range for that. But once it's ready, don't worry guys, I'll be sure to let you know, okay? All right, let's go down here a little bit more. Okay. This one here is from Michelle. Michelle says, "Hi Brad, can only one person amplify the Taurus blanket, or does each person have to amplify it?" Well, basically when you're working with the Taurus bed, what you put on the Taurus bed is basically available for everybody. So when you activate it, for example, everybody that's on the Taurus bed will receive the benefits of the Taurus bed. When you are amplifying it, you're basically amplifying it for the entire bed as well too, okay? So it doesn't really have a universal mode. Well, it does have a universal mode. It doesn't really have a personal mode to it. That was the Prana bed's speciality, right? The Prana bed basically had more personal modes for it. The Taurus bed is basically just universal, right? So if you amplify it, the entire Taurus bed amplifies, okay? So if you have a partner that's sleeping next to you and they're having the bed, right? They're on the pillow, they're on the bed, they're on the duvet cover, okay, then they're going to feel the activation and they're going to feel the amplification as well too, okay? So it's just good to be aware of that, okay? That's just why the Taurus bed is a little bit more different than the Prana bed. But I like to make it universal because I don't want to feel like, one person is enjoying the bed while the other person is not. I like to basically make it a universal mode. And I noticed that when I was doing that with the Prana bed, it was getting pretty complicated with people. People had a very difficult time figuring that out. Okay, well, do I have to put it in universal mode? Do I have to put it in healing mode? Do I have to put it in sleep mode? Right? A lot of people were confused about that. I would say they disliked it, but they were getting confused by it. And this is why I wanted to kind of eliminate that with the Taurus bed, is just make everything universal with the Taurus bed. So when you amplify it, it's part of the universal property that it has. So basically, if you amplify it to 50%, then if a partner is sleeping next to you, they're going to get that 50% amplification as well too. So basically, you may have to negotiate with your partner out of that, or maybe just take the duvet cover and just put it over yourself, and maybe just have one pillowcase for yourself. Okay, that could work as well too. But of course, there's the bed sheet as well too. But like I said, the thing is with each of the components of the Taurus bed kit, you have to activate each one, right? So you may decide maybe not to activate the bed sheet for him. Maybe he's just doesn't want to touch it, and that's fine. Okay, so it's a judgment call. You have to talk to your partner, right, or anyone else who's sleeping in your bed, and kind of find a negotiation. But yes, when you activate it, it is universal in nature. Okay, thank you very much. Activate it and amplify it. All right, thank you. Okay, this one is from Carol Ann Smith. Carol Ann says, "Hi Brad, will you be bringing back the Taurus blanket? If I can find a good supplier for that, then yes. And again, if enough people want it, then yes." So Caroline, this is what you basically need to do, is talk to the Telegram group and just say, would you guys like it if Brad brought back the Taurus blanket? And if the Taurus blanket is brought back, and it's a hurrah for many people, I will absolutely bring it back. Okay, it really just says, I know 1 or 2 people may need this, but I need to see that more and more people want the Taurus blanket. I want to see that more and more people want the Taurus bed sleeping bag. Okay, so if they're all happy about that and they say, yes, we would definitely get it, great, then I can produce it. So guys, it takes a lot of time and effort and money to put these things together, and I can't really just do it off 1 or 2 people. I need to make sure that the majority of people that are in our Telegram group are very excited about that, and I could bring it back, right? So if there's a majority decision, because it's really up to you guys, right? It's up to the community. The community really likes this idea, I will do it, right? Because again, the community wanted this, and this is exactly what this was not my idea, right? I never even thought about an eye mask. I just wanted to get the sunglasses, and that was it. You guys made this happen, okay? So this is your product, right? So basically you said, let's get an eye mask going. So you guys like eye masks? Like lots of people, yes, we would like eye masks. And the eye masks have been doing well. They've been selling quite well as well too, thanks to you guys. So like I said, we pass these things to the community. And if the community likes that idea, we will certainly do it, right? So definitely. So that's what I would suggest to Carol Ann and to Martin as well too. Just go on to the community, talk to them, right? And if they really want to have these things, then we can certainly do it. Not a problem, okay? Great question. Thank you for that. Okay, Turn Up Every Day asks, has the giveaway already happened? Yes, giveaway has already happened as well too. So a couple of tips as well too, like I said, with the flashlight. I think we're probably just going to end with this in case there's any other questions afterwards, or unless there's any questions afterwards. So again, with the flashlight, the most important thing, because some people still get confused by this, number 1, please make sure you're reading the instructions when you're receiving the flashlight. Now you can just basically go to the product page, and I've made the written instructions that I used to hand out physically. It's available as a PDF, right? So you'll see the details, right? The information of the flashlight. Scroll down and you'll see an instructions tab, right? Just download those PDF instructions. Please make sure you're downloading it, so it tells you exactly how to use the flashlight. The most important thing is that you're reading the instructions and you're doing this step first, okay? So you're unscrewing it, and when you get it, there will be a little plastic tab on the battery. You want to make sure you take that out, okay? I still get some people that are emailing me and saying, Brad, I'm trying to charge a flashlight, but it's not holding the charge. And I said, well, did you unscrew the bottom and take the plastic tab out? Oh, whoops. Okay, so that gets people at times. So this is a rechargeable battery that's in here, okay? But in order for that rechargeable battery to charge, you have to unscrew the bottom and you have to take out that little plastic tab. That plastic tab is meant there for travel purposes, okay? It's basically for transportation of a flashlight that has a battery in it. They basically have to put some type of plastic tab there. Otherwise, this won't get delivered, okay? That's exactly why it's there. So you unscrew it, take out the plastic tab, screw it back on, take the USB cord that is included with it, and you'll find the little rubber plug here. You just pull off the rubber plug. I have good nails to do that. All right, so there's a little plastic plug, rubber plug right there, and then you would plug the mini USB right there. It's about the same kind of mini USB you would use for your cell phone. All right, so even if you just have your cell phone cord, you could just plug that in as well too, okay? I believe it's a mini USB, right? Or I'm not sure if it's a mini USB-C, but it's one of those two. So it's usually the same kind of plug-in that you would have for your cell phone. Just plug it in there, And charging time, I think, takes about 4 to 6 hours, right, approximately. It says in the technical manual. If you guys are having a difficult time reading the small technical manual, right, because that's just something that was printed out to the supplier, let me know and I can give you a digital version of that technical manual, right? I've taken pictures of it. The print is much more larger. If you're having a difficult time reading that, because I've had a couple people complain about that. It's like, oh, Brad, the print is too small. Well, it's not my manual, right? It's from the supplier. But if you're having a difficult time reading it, let me know and I'll send you some photos that will enlarge the text so you can read it properly, okay? So if anything happens, guys, you know you can just drop me an email. Now, again, when I answer emails, it is from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sundays are kind of my off days. So if you do drop me an email over the weekend, on Mondays, I'll come by and answer it. So Mondays to Fridays, I'm available for emails, okay? So just letting you guys know ahead of time for that. So yes, this is very important. Make sure you're unscrewing that. Take the plastic tab off. Go ahead and recharge it. Once it's fully recharged, go ahead and now start working with it. Now, again, there is a strobe light feature on this, but I don't even recommend using the strobe feature. You don't need the strobe feature on this. This is just something that's built into the mechanics of the flashlight. All you really need is low beam and high beam, right? Low beam, high beam. And if I hold it down, 1, 2, 3, then it's at a low beam as well too, okay? So if I click on it like this, low beam, and then hold it 1, 2, okay? And then it can pop back onto high beam. Okay, if it's on high beam, hold down the button, 1, 2, 3. It's down to low beam, okay? So low beam shows up as soon as you click on the flashlight, then high beam happens. But you basically have to do it within about 2 to 3 seconds. Otherwise, the flashlight just turns off, okay? So again, it says this in the instructions. There's also a strobe light feature for this, but I never use the strobe light. I just don't use it, right? It's not necessary, okay? So unless you're actually in the dark and you need to do some sort of strobe effect, well, then go ahead. But I don't even use the strobe effect for healing. It's not necessary. So it's just working with the low beam and the high beam functions with the flashlight. Now, some people in that sense have told me that they've gotten a burn or there's burns on their skin. I would not recommend using the flashlight for that just yet, okay? Tend to the injury and basically put a lot of cooling lotion on your arm if you have a burn, okay? If you burned yourself, you don't go putting the flashlight on it because that's a strong heat ray of light. Even if it does contain the source sensor vibration, it's not going to feel very comfortable, okay? So put some lotion on your arm, try to cool it down. If you have the essential oils, you may want to work with things in the blue and violet band, okay? Rose, lavender, eucalyptus, okay? These are good things to work with if you have a burn and you want it to just kind of settle down first, right? After a lot of that settling goes down, I'd say maybe about 24 hours afterwards, put the flashlight on low, okay? And then just keep it a good distance from the arm, okay? So maybe about 2 feet. And then you can start working with it very, very gently, but don't put it so close, especially if it's on high beam, because now you're just putting a lot of heat on top of a burn, and that's not what you want to do, okay? You want to make sure you're cooling it down first. So work with the essential oils, work with the selenite plate. The selenite plate has a natural cooling sensation, okay? Selenite plate would be very, very good for that. The essential oils would be very, very good for that. Even the body deck, the mind deck, the energy deck, okay? That would also be very good for it as well too. Just putting a card down on it would also be very beneficial, okay? So skin enhancer can help with that. One thing I'd recommend is if you have the energy deck, working with the twins, okay? Positive polarity collector, negative polarity receiver, okay? So positive card on your solar plexus, negative card over here on your burn, okay? And just keeping it there, and that helps to send the prana into that area and helping it to heal with increased prana, okay? That would also be something very beneficial. But again, selenite, essential oils would be really, really good, specifically the ones that are in blue vibrational band and violet vibrational band, eucalyptus, rose, lavender, for example, okay? Those can be good ones that can help with burns, okay? If I had somebody who had a burn, a pretty severe burn, and it was starting to welt, right? So I'm using the flashlight. No, don't use the flashlight yet, okay? You want to at least give yourself a 24-hour healing period with the burn first, and then if you do use the flashlight after 24 hours, make sure it's on low beam and at a great distance from your arm, at least 2 feet away. Okay, so we just don't want to put heat, because it's a very intense heat with that flashlight, right? So you want to make sure you're giving it 24 hours just to kind of settle first. If it blisters, if it welts, okay. Like I said, put some oils, some lotion on it. Work with the cards if you need to, selenite, okay. And then after it becomes a little bit more bearable, low beam, about 2 feet away, okay. And that will help you tremendously, okay. Let's go back to some of the questions here. Susie says, blanket is nice, but you can also put a blanket or quilt into the duvet cover. Yes, you do. Yeah, and that's exactly what my partner and I do. We have a very nice, big, beautiful quilt, and we put that inside the duvet cover. Okay, so really, guys, if you need a blanket, what I would suggest is just work with the duvet cover. I'm thinking you guys are probably referring to like a throw blanket, kind of like what I had when I did the print on demand. But again, I was just really not satisfied with print on demand. I really did not like it. I didn't like it at all. And I was finding a way just to get off it. It just wasn't good. I was getting constant complaints about people saying, oh my God, how long is this going to take? Well, there's a 7-day production window, and sometimes these companies were even going past their 7 days because they had a lot of demand, and I can understand that. Some of them are kind of understaffed as well. So some of these 7-day production windows would go into 14-day production windows. I just was not happy with it. And that's why a lot of the print-on-demand stuff is gone now, because I just was not satisfied with it at all. I said, this is not good. I don't want to run the company relying on these print-on-demand services. They're just not good, right? Some of them, the products were good, but again, they were slow. So now that I have suppliers and it's coming to me directly, it's either coming to my place directly here in Western Canada, and there's also a warehouse that I'm affiliated with that's in Eastern Canada. This is something very important to remember as well too. The Source flashlights and the Taurus bed kits are in the Eastern warehouse. Now you'll notice that when you guys are ordering the Source flashlights or the Taurus bed kits, they will come to your door by themselves, okay? So if you ordered, for example, essential oils and a selenite plate, and so, oh wait, where's my selenite plate and my essential oils? Well, that's coming from Western Canada, okay? So Eastern Canada is responsible for the Source flashlights, and they're responsible for the Taurus bed kits. That's why you're getting them individually from them, okay? And then if you have other things, that's coming from my place, right? So basically, I'm sending it from the Western Canada. So I have 2 locations that send these things separately. Now, it's not always going to be like that. I'm going to be basically getting the warehouse to handle all of the products in time. It'll probably be over the next 3 or 4 months. Everything will basically be in Eastern Canada at the warehouse, okay? For right now, I basically have stock here in my own home. My garage is kind of like a miniature warehouse right now. And Brianna and I are packaging things up, and we're sending it off. So if you guys are wondering why, okay, the Taurus bed kit came, but where's the rest of my stuff? It's on the way, right? Because they're basically sent separately because we have those 2 different locations, okay? So I'll be putting that up on the website under the Taurus bed kit pages and under the Source flashlight, just letting you guys know that these ones are being sent from the Eastern Canada warehouse to you. And then if you're ordering anything else outside of the Taurus bed kits and of the Source flashlights, those are coming from Western Canada, from my own place, okay? So just to avoid any confusion, that's what's happening there, all right? Thank you for your question. Martin says, Brad, can I purify my medication with the flashlight? Again, I don't really want to give medical advice here, but basically in that sense, the short answer is yes, but, okay? Because it all depends in regards to what type of ingredients are in the medication in that sense. Because a lot of these things are artificial. And basically, the funny kind of crude term I would use is that even if you polish a turd, it's still a turd. Okay? And some of these things are artificial in medications, right? They're just artificial gunk that your body doesn't need, right? So even if you purify it with the source-centered vibration, it's still artificial gunk. Right? If I have a poison, if I have arsenic here, and I put the source-centered vibration, okay, well, it'll harmonize the arsenic, but the arsenic's still a poison, right? If I have something like formaldehyde, okay, it can purify the formaldehyde, but it's still something that is not compatible with your body. So again, it just depends upon the type of medication that you're taking. I would say probably don't bother because it's kind of a waste of time, right? what I would suggest is that, again, you have to talk to your health practitioner as well too, because I'm not here to give you guys medical advice. If you decide to put the source center vibration onto something, let it be something that benefits your body, okay? We don't need to transmute. We don't need to try and purify poison, okay? So we're not trying to purify the venom of a scorpion. We're not trying to purify the venom of a snake, okay? That's going to stay poison even if it's pure, right? That just means it's pure poison. That just means that it's a pure toxin, okay? So we're not doing that with source center vibrations. This is kind of the catch-22, right? If you're going to purify something, let it be purified for something that your body needs, okay? So when we're working with the source flashlight here, right, and we use the light, what the source center vibration is already naturally doing is it's clearing away the EMF from that, right? The EMF is being transmuted and harmonized into source center vibration. So it's turning from an EMF field into an SCV field, a source center vibration, and that's very beneficial. In fact, one of my students was doing a test using an EMF detector with the source flashlight, and she was able to put the source flashlight right against the EMF detector, and there was absolutely hardly any EMF waves coming out of the flashlight altogether. The EMF was at a very, very low reduced point. That was wonderful to see. And that's what I'm talking about with organic research, right? When you guys start working together with this technology and you have your organic research, you use an EMF detector. Okay, here's the EMF detector. I'm shining the flashlight right on it and I'm measuring the EMF. Like, wow, there's hardly any EMF as well too. She showed me pictures and I'll be putting it up on the Telegram group as well too. I got her permission to share it with everybody. So you're again seeing exactly how beneficial the source flashlight is. And this is proving exactly what I say about it, right? So when you're working with the source center vibration, when it comes to EMF and ELF fields, the EMF is basically being purified, right? So what's happening is it's being detoxified, neutralized, transmuted, and then harmonized. So now you don't just have an EMF field because it'll still pick up a little bit of EMF. But what you're having now is a source center vibration field. You're having a source field instead of an EMF field. And that entire field itself, that magnetic field, is now extremely beneficial. That's a healing field, right? So again, if I'm just shining upon this light, maybe there's nothing wrong with my body. Maybe everything is just fine. I'm just shining my flashlight around here, and I'm just charging my energy field with the source flashlight. I don't have any pain. I don't have any stiffness. I don't have any soreness. I don't have any aches. But I'm just shining the light in low beam mode, and I'm just giving a nice gradual shining of my flashlight. This is a really good thing to do just on a daily basis. Just shine every crevice, every area of your body with the source flashlight, and that is cleaning your aura. Your whole aura not only gets cleaned, it gets expanded, right? So you're basically cleaning and expanding your aura. But through one of my students' findings of that, she confirmed technically what I was saying in regards to what happens when you work with the source center vibration, right? The source center vibration, again, it is the center, it is the unifying vibration. It brings everything into harmony, right? So like I said, poison can be brought into harmony, but it's still poison, right? So again, if it's if it's been sitting out for quite some time, but then again, you're shining the source center vibration in it, and you're basically, oh, I have harmonized poison, but it's still poison, okay? So I have harmonized arsenic, but it's still arsenic. I have harmonized rat poison, but it's still rat poison, okay? So I'm polishing a turd, but it's still a turd, okay? So that's why I say you don't really need to concern about things that are detrimental to your health. And I can't say what type of medication you have, but if you're noticing that medications, as you do your research, you're noticing that there's certain toxins within that medication that's not good, then I would suggest you just talk to your healthcare provider and you're telling them, I'm very concerned about these ingredients. I was doing research about them and I really don't want that in my body. And that's between you and your health practitioner, right? To work with that. But really what I would suggest is just working with the source center vibration towards things that benefit you, right? So again, if we have a lot of EMF in our house, what are we using, guys? You're using the safeguards, right? You're using the environmental safeguards. If you feel that you've been exposed to a lot of EMF and ELF throughout your lifetime, what are you using? You're using the personal safeguards, right? So the personal safeguards are working together with you as well too. You can certainly work with a source flashlight. That will certainly help as well too. But what we're doing is we're converting the EMF fields, which are detrimental because they're dirty electricity and they're basically operating at a very low hertz band, and we're transmuting that and we're turning it into source center vibration so that the harmful effects of that are now purified. And now you have a source center vibration field that aids in your healing, right? So now all the EMF inside your place that's now been converted to SCV is now benefiting you, is now harmonizing you. That's the wonderful thing about the source center vibration, okay? So I hope that answers your question about that, and it's a good question too. Martin also asked, Brad, when I shine the flashlight in my navel, does that work on my intestines? Yes, yes. Now you can do that also with the laser pen as well too, okay? So a laser pen will do the same job, okay? So the laser pen is much more for minor things, okay? Like I said, it's taking the source flashlight and it's cutting it in half. And you're basically just using it for minor things. So like I said, what I'd suggest is working it with your nostrils, working it with your ears, working it with your mouth, okay? And then going down to the belly button, putting it there, working with your fingernails, okay? Working with your toenails as well is good. And that's a beneficial job as well too, okay? You can certainly use it if there's like little eczema patches on your body. You can even use the source laser pen for that as well too. But I think with the source laser pen, I'm going to see if I can find a better supplier so that you guys are not holding down the buttons, right? I've gotten some complaints about the buttons, like, Brian, I'm just constantly holding this button down, and I don't like doing that. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find another something that we'll work on all together, okay? So it's a work in progress. And like I said, I listen to what you guys say, and I do my best to see if we can improve any product that needs to be improved, okay? So yes, if you shine the flashlight in your navel, will benefit not only your intestines, that also works together with your entire digestive system, right? That works with the enteric nervous system, and that will really bring a benefit, just shining it in the belly button like that. Very good idea. So Dudley asked, could he use a selenite dish? Selenite dish for burns, you mean? Yes, that's exactly what I'm suggesting. Selenite has that natural cool vibration, okay? Like I said, I use the selenite plate, and I used the face cloth when I had a dislocated shoulder. Okay, those were the two things that I used the most, was a selenite plate and the face cloth, and that really helped my recovery. I also started using the Orgonite pyramid quite a bit as well too, but mostly when I was in bed, I had the selenite plate and I had the face cloth, right? And I was basically trying to use it kind of like as a wrap around that area, right? And it did wonders. That's what basically increased my healing. Like I said, first month of my dislocated shoulder was 95% better. And the doctor was even amazed by it. So how did you heal it so quickly? Oh, I do meditation and stuff like that. I'm not giving away my secrets to him, but I'm just saying, oh, I just do some meditation. So I'm quite astonished that it's healed this quickly, because when the x-rays were being done, when I basically had it dislocated, it looked really bad, right? And then they popped it back into place. They took another x-ray. So, okay, this is what you need to do. You got to heal it. And then I just started working with AetherX technology, right? And within a month, 95% better, right? And I'll never forget that. I'm very, very grateful that AetherX has been in my life, and I hope you guys are grateful as well too, that it's in your life as well. Okay. Yeah, Fishy Fun says the flashlight is very helpful for pain relief. When I have time, I'll write a review. Sounds great. Yeah, and flashlight braid. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the flashlight. So we got more good stuff to come as well too. Anyways, guys, we're getting close to an hour up, so I think we're going to wrap up our AetherX live stream for today. Thank you so much. I'll be back in a couple of weeks to do another one. So again, congratulations to the contest winners. Please make sure you drop me an email, once again with your full address and phone number, and then I'll be sending your Source Orgonite necklaces to you this week. Thank you guys for joining me for the AetherX live stream, and I'll talk to you next time. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, and may it be well with you. Goodbye for now.